Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will have the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week, we want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Cavaliers moving quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Off the play fake on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up yards before the slide. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back, a guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go get. You let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will have its first possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah. Turning it on! Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Got a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Demon Deacons are on the move. Hand off from the shotgun.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Amatova. Touchdown, Wake Forest. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Cavaliers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Owen. You better be aware that stiff arm's coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He breaks a tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wake!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Costa. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Costa. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. No huddle offense to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Cavaliers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Makes his man miss. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Costa. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Power football with the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. And the Cavaliers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. third down play from the gun. Caught over the middle. It's Owen. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Virginia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to the ground game on the left. Gets it past the marker. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him in the flat. Crosses the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Swings it out to the flat. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Demon Deacons back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Dances away. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Rivers. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can.
Makes the catch at the 20. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wake.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get them to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And the returner will be knocked down. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at half.
There he goes. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. The quick out. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Finds his tight end. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Cavaliers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Caught in the backfield, it's Owen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Rolling right and going deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up.
29 Philly.
They'll give it to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No serve, no moss, get it together.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The give to the tailback. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back on the option. The give. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. And the Cavaliers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Costa. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. The give as they work on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Buys a little extra time. On the run, deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make...
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Got it. Cobra.
He'll try the left side. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Let's take a minute here and think about Virginia. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And the Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Costa. Oh, he's got some space. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fights off a defender. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cavaliers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Looking to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Big guy smells it, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Cavaliers. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Will be baked. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.